contributing around the household? Why your man is not helping you? Your boyfriend, your husband, honey, he's not helping you clean up the house, your living quarters. So let's get into it. So he thinks you're supposed to clean. And it really could just be your man's perspective. He may see that in his role, whether you're working or not, that he is not supposed to clean. This could be based off a more traditional style or perspective that he has of a woman being the one who cleans up the house. I feel this to the core because I know at one point I was a house mommy. I was cleaning up all the time. If it isn't that way of living and you both work, it's even still a problem because I've been in this situation as well. Even when I started working, me and my boyfriend still had this problem. Like, I was working too, I was helping pay bills, and I was still cooking and cleaning and all of this, that, and the third. And I'm like, bruh, what's really goody? Like, this is not fair. No, this is just not gonna work. So as a woman, he thinks you're supposed to clean. This next reason might sound silly, but it's very crucial. And this is that some men just don't know. They don't know. The root issue of this could be the fact that there is communication issues within the relationship, meaning all people don't grow up the same way. You could just assume that your man knows, but he, may not think too much of it. So you're constantly cleaning, getting tired, getting burnt out and all of that. He's not saying anything because you're just cleaning. Like, you could want him to take out the garbage or to wash the dishes, but if he doesn't know, like if you never expressed how you felt or said what you thought about it, how you guys want to go about that, then he may just really not know. You have to share how you feel and what you want to be done in order for him to know, because Chowbo, he may just not know, as silly as that sounds. So the next reason is that he just does not see the issue or does not think it's a big deal. This is based on how he grew up, what his childhood was like, what his lifestyle was like. And you could be thinking, honey, ain't nobody think about that man when he was a child and what he had going on. And look, I feel you, but no, you can't be like that though, because so much of who we are today stems from what happened and what we went through when we were children, okay? My boyfriend, he told me a story about how the dishes would just pile and pile, and then him and his brother would have to go in there and clean them. And it would just be so much at one time, and he hates washing dishes. He doesn't like doing them. Over time, like us talking, I learned that about him, and it was just like, okay, it makes sense. So depending on how your man grew up or how things were for him could really determine why he is the way he is today. When I was in college, I had this friend. We were like 21, 22, and literally, he did not wash his clothes. His mom came up and brought him groceries, brought him fresh laundry and stuff every week. I mean, it was just normal for him. And me, I was like, what? Because I'm like, I have been washing clothes literally since I was in elementary school. So that was just a huge shock to me. You're grown, like, and your mom is still doing these things for you. And you got to understand, like, a man that has had a mom to do things like this for him and may still be doing things like this for him, like, even him as a 20-something-year-old in college, like, by the time a man in that situation meets a woman who could be you, he's just so great. He's loving, he's sweet, he's tender, he's funny, and everything else that you want in a man, except for that one thing he just does not clean. It could be how he grew up. Like, he grew up with this woman taking care of him like his whole life, and now he's with you, the next most important woman in his life, and he's not really thinking anything of it. It's just cleaning is not that big of a deal to him because it's never something that he had to do because he already had a woman to do it for him, and he may just subconsciously be thinking that you're going to do the same. So some men may not even be aware of that because they're just going based off of what they knew what they know, and what they grew up around. So that's what I mean when I say that it's not that big of an issue. Like, he doesn't see him not cleaning as a big issue. Or it could just be his views, really, because clean is different to so many people. What's clean to you may not be clean to him. What's clean to my boyfriend, a lot of times is not clean to me. When I cleans, okay? I cleans. And my boyfriend, for example, when he cleans up the kitchen, he won't clean out the microwave, and he will not wipe off the kitchen table. And we had a glass top, which I hate, by the way. And it's not like he won't do them purposely. He just doesn't know. Like, it's just not something he thinks about. So our styles and views on cleaning are just different. But it could be that your man is lazy. And look, we know nobody wants to admit that they have a lazy man or see that their man is lazy. Talk about that with anybody, share that. Nobody want a lazy man, honey. Nobody want a lazy man, and I get it. But your man just might be lazy. But look, this comes with levels. He could be the type of lazy where he'll clean, but he just will get to it whenever he gets to it, which is workable. I call that workable. You can work with that. You can work with that, honey. But if he's the type of lazy where he just does not like to work, now that's something totally different. Like, if you can't get your behind off the couch and just take out the trash for me real quick because I took it out the last 10 times, you're lazy. But if you see that the trash is overloaded, and I have to be like,
hey, can you take out the trash?
And you take out the trash, you're still lazy, but you'll take out the trash. You feel me? Your man might just be lazy, and that's never any fun. Okay, and the last reason, honey, which I don't know, some of these reasons can go very in-depth and can be very hard to deal with, but this one is the absolute worst, which is if your man is not cleaning, he could just not care. And that is hard to deal with, because if this is the case, he is just set in his ways. And this is a war full of many battles that you will never win. If he doesn't care, he doesn't care. If he is just sitting around a mess, I mean, I'm talking,
the dog needs to be taken out, the trash needs to be taken out, there's dishes in the sink, dishes on the table, shoes all over the floor, socks in the middle of the floor, underwear in the bathroom, toilet seat up.
he just don't give a freak. He don't care. He does not care. And I'm not going to say there's nothing that you can do about this, because you can talk to him. You can, but you cannot change a man. You can't change a man. That'll be a video for another day, but you can't change him. You cannot make that man clean. And if you do or try to, you're just going to agitate the situation, and it's not going to work for you. It's a war that you're never going to win. If the man doesn't care about sitting in the middle of a hot mess, he's just going to sit in the middle of that hot mess because he doesn't care. And look, honey, with all of these reasons in mind, he thinks you're supposed to do it. He doesn't know he's supposed to do it. He does not see an issue with a mess or see cleaning as a big deal. He's lazy, and he just does not care. With all of these things in mind, regardless of where he falls or if it's multiple categories he falls in, which is possible, he knows at the end of the day, you're always going to do it. Bonus, honey. You're always going to clean. It doesn't matter how much you fuss, how much you cry, or whatever, or don't say what you're thinking about it. He knows you're always going to clean. You're always going to clean that mess. You're always going to do the laundry. So at the end of the day, like, whatever his reason is, you're going to do it. But this is not what you want. And trust me, I know that's not what you want, because I've been there in situations where I felt like I was going crazy. And to me, a clean environment is so important. Like, it's a part of who I am. Like, if I'm in an area that's messy, I can't even think straight. My area has to be spick and span, okay? I'm not saying that it has to be to the T all the time, but it has to be at least tidy. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of small things can really create a mess. So in order to solve a problem, of course, the first thing you need to know is what the problem is. The second thing you need to know is why the problem is occurring. So that's what this was about, to share with you the reasons why your man may not be contributing to the household or helping you clean. Now, I will tell you what you need to do to get your man to help you clean and what you should not do if your goal is to get your man to get up and help you start cleaning, contributing to the house, taking some of that weight off your back, and getting you to a place where you really feel like you can breathe. Because I know when I'm in a situation where I'm always cleaning and I'm working and I'm taking care of baby girl and I'm doing just everything in life, I need help around the house, and I know I'm not alone on that. So make sure you come back so you can get the tea on that. I hope this video was very helpful to you and that you got something from it, because we're not about to keep breaking our backs. We're not about to do that. It's not 1942. It's 2021, all right? Thank y'all for watching. Until next time.